Hi Forest family, my name is Laura and I am a menstrual cycle educator in Southern Oregon. This is my application to bring a workshop to the Brainery at Electric Forest 2023. I am deeply passionate about menstrual cycle education. I work with both adults and youth to help them understand what's happening in their bodies so that they can cultivate a meaningful relationship with their cycle. I also bring interactive red tent installations to festivals and gatherings. Menstruation is something that has become so mystified in our culture, and unfortunately, most of us did not get even the most basic cycle education that we likely really needed in our youth. I believe that the deeper we understand our cycle, the deeper we understand ourselves. Menstruation is not something that needs to be hated or hidden, but rather it's something that can be embraced, something that can be a beautiful, empowering aspect of our humanity. I attended Electric Forest back in 2015. This was the year that I graduated from college, and it was a very potent and expansive time in my life. Electric Forest really moved me. It opened up my eyes to so much, opened up my mind and my heart as well. It was the first festival that I ever attended that was so intentional and so full of art and interactivity. Being in that loving environment, I really felt safe in my body and felt safe expressing my own personal sense of womanhood. It would be so special to return to Electric Forest and to share some of the potent medicine that I have been cultivating over the past several years with my studies in holistic menstruation. If chosen to teach in the Brainery, I would love to teach the class Menstrual Cycle Literacy. This is the menstrual cycle education that you have always needed. We go deep into cycle physiology so that you can actually understand what's happening in your body, and especially as we move from phase to phase in the cycle. We also talk about the more subtle energetics of menstruation and how we can build a life around our cyclical nature. As we move through the cycle of ovulation and menstruation, our hormones ebb and flow. These changes hormonally can change the way we feel, the way we communicate, and the way we go about our day-to-day life. When we have an understanding of these hormonal changes in the body, we can start to adapt our lifestyle based off of our cycle. We can shift our food, our movement, and our daily habits to complement our hormones' natural flow. Building on this foundational understanding of the menstrual cycle, we will explore the signs, symptoms, and shifts that we experience individually in our cycles. We will practice tracking those cyclical signals and reflect on how we can bring more balance into our lives by following the lead of our cycle. We will discuss common menstrual disturbances and hormonal imbalances and explore how one can move towards balance when they're dealing with some of those issues. There's so much valuable information that I will share in this class, so I really encourage attendants to take notes using a notebook or their phone. I will also come with handouts so that people have something to go home with, and I will have enlarged diagrams for important things such as a chart showing the menstrual cycle visually or an image of the uterus. This workshop is not just informational though, it's interactive and audience participation is encouraged. Attendants will have the opportunity to ask questions, share their personal experiences, and get support for any cyclical issues that they might be experiencing. When we create a loving place for people to talk about their cycles, it is truly amazing what unfolds. Menstrual cycle literacy allows us to understand the beauty and intelligence of our bodies, and in turn, it helps us create a sense of empowerment with our cycles. I've been so lucky to share this class at festivals and venues across the United States, and the most common feedback that I get is, I cannot wait to get my period again, and I love to hear this. I also want to note that menstrual cycle literacy is intended for anyone in the cycling years, whether you identify as a woman or not. However, I have seen that all people can really benefit from learning menstrual education. I've taught this class to people of all genders and anatomies, and even people who never menstruate benefit greatly from learning this basic body literacy information because then they can better understand and support the people in their lives who do bleed. Thank you so much for your time and consideration. It would be such an honor and joy to bring menstrual cycle literacy to the Brainery, and I hope I have the opportunity to see you all in the forest this summer.